Children, we have to study the transport of oxygen. Now, oxygen is transported in different manner in our body. First is in a form of oxyhemoglobin. That is 97 to 99% of oxygen is transported as oxyhemoglobin. That is 4 molecule of oxygen is bind with hemoglobin. As we all know that high partial pressure of oxygen is present in lung, whereas low partial pressure of oxygen is tissue. So it is bidirectional reaction, as ultimately this compound is formed that is known as oxyhemoglobin. And oxyhemoglobin is temporarily complex formation of oxyhemoglobin, and this process of formation of oxyhemoglobin is called loading. Oxyhemoglobin dissociate when partial pressure of oxygen is low and partial pressure of carbon dioxide is high, and this condition is found in tissue. One hemoglobin molecule can carry 4 oxygen molecule, and iron in hemoglobin is as ferrous, that is Fe2 plus. So there is about 5 grams of hemoglobin in 100 ml of blood, which can transport about 20 mm of oxygen. That is 1 gram of hemoglobin can bind with 1.3 mmol of oxygen. The second way by which oxygen can be transported is in a dissolved form. And in this, only 1 to 3% of oxygen is transported in a dissolved form in plasma. The second gas that should be transported is carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is transported as carbonic acid. That is 7% of carbon dioxide is transported in plasma as carbonic acid, because carbon dioxide mixes with water that is present in plasma and form carbonic acid, and in this form only 7% of carbon dioxide is transported. The next method by which your carbon dioxide is transported in a form of carbaminohemoglobin, and 23% of carbon dioxide is transported as carbaminohemoglobin, and it is also a temporary complex. Okay, and that is formed. The other way is that if instead of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide is joined with Hb, that is hemoglobin, it will form carboxyhemoglobin, and this is a permanent complex. So the carbaminohemoglobin and oxyhemoglobin is a temporary complex, but carboxyhemoglobin is a permanent complex, and that's why the suffocation occur and a person can also die. The next way in which carbon dioxide is transported is in a form of bicarbonate, and that is in bicarbonate of sodium or potassium ion. Suppose this is a blood cell and this is a membrane of blood cell. So what happened here? The carbon dioxide that is present in tissue will transfer into the blood, and in blood there is a water is present. So this carbon dioxide join with water and form ultimately the carbonic acid in a presence of enzyme, that is carbonic anhydrase and zinc ion. So this carbonic acid diffuses into the plasma and dissociate into H plus and HCO3 minus ion, and this diffusion will carry or mediated by a protein that is called as bicarbonate chloride carrier protein. As when this HCO3 minus diffuses into plasma, so maximum of negative ion is coming into air, so this may cause disbalance. So the same number of chloride ion will enter into the blood cell, and the process is known as chloride shift. Or okay, so in these way the transfer of oxygen and carbon dioxide occur in our body.